So today is 6th of August and it is before my trading time. But we are seeing my setup being formed. So I'm just going to enter a very low size. As you can see, the market had swept this 5 minute low within the 1 hour fair value gap. This was the low that had been swept. Now, until and unless it was 100% confirmed of me getting a manipulation move, I would have not entered. But as you can see, this was the manipulation move. Then out of nowhere, we got a displacement. So overall, my draw was this Asian high, as you can see. The Asian high has not been taken for around like what to say, like 2 days. This Asian high, it has not been taken. So after this, if it breaks this point, I will add my rest position here. If it breaks this point, then I will add the rest of my position. But I have entered very minimal amount. So I'll just do a quick explanation after, let's say after this trade update. Let's see what happens. Sure, I'm recording. So I have entered very minimal amount just because I have seen my setup being formed. So I'm not going to just skip it. If it does its stop loss, it will not affect my trading session as the lot size which I entered was the least amount that you can enter. Okay. So let's just keep watching what will happen. So as you can see, London has not opened. It is still around. It will take 1 hour, 1 hour 3 minutes before London opens. So if you'd have not gotten displacement, there would have been no entry. But since we got a displacement with full bodied candles, as you can see, it's 5 minute also broke through nicely. So that's why I've entered. If this would have been a normal trading session for me, then I would have entered the full size at once. But let's see what happens, what it plays out. So I'll just pause the video and I'll just let you know after the trade had either has ended or I'll explain the trade after uh, this trading period. Okay. So I'll just pause the video because there is nothing to do. I've just entered the trade until after this, as this high gets broken, then I can enter my, I'll add half of my position again. Okay, after this high gets broken, I've entered here. The price point I've entered is 1.15786. Okay, so I've entered somewhere around 786. 86 I've entered here. This candle I've entered. My stop loss is below this low. Practically, we should not see market coming below here. It has already swept. If it comes below, then we can see a breakthrough. Then my overall draw for the London session will be this all this low distance liquidity or low here. Okay, until and unless, see, this overall draw for me is still this ACR high because it has not been taken for like a long period. As you can see, we are still in the zone. We broke through the zone, then we came right back up. Okay, so either the market is going to break through this or it will just remain in the consolidating area. Okay, because after this zone got broken, it was not a lot displacement, but still you can see a displacement. Yesterday I had taken the trade, but after that it didn't come to take this trade. Okay, this low, so it just swept back up into the range. Okay, so let's see what happens. I'll just update you. If it this high breaks, I'm going to add my position. If it stops me out, I'm going to wait for London session to open. Okay, that's it. So yes, as you can see, I have entered my rest of the position here. So the stop loss for the first position will be shortened, and the second position I will put it in this low. So yes, that's the overall plan as of now. As you can see, this candle has just closed above this with a lot of displacement. You can't say lot because 30 second, as you can see, it is a nice displacement from this fair value gap. So the smart move would have been to uh, draw the Fibonacci range and we can enter. But since I had said that I will enter once this high gets broken, so I've just entered my rest of the position there. So yes, so overall I'm going to be mentioning it once more time. It's not nothing about the loss or percentage I make. Is everything about the trade, the execution, the risk management, patience that I am showing in the market, and the habits that I'm going to build as a to become a good trader. Okay. So there was no news, as you can see, just yellow folder, some news are present. After this high gets broken, then I'll just put the PNL box. I don't like to put the PNL box at first as I entered the trade because it messes up with my brain. See, I have entered both the position. Now there is nothing for me to do other than just watch the market. Okay. So this will be my initial take profit because there is no, these are all LRL. So if it doesn't break through this, there is nothing it can do. So yes, it is, let's see after it closes here, I will put my, so first position I have added here, some position I have added here. After this, in this part, I have added some position, and the next position is here. Okay. So I'll just put the position box here only. Here. So here, stop loss a little bit below here. My first TP is here, 1 is to 1.72. It is not TP. I'll say this is my break-even point. Because initial TP is all the Asian low. Okay. Because if it breaks through, I'm thinking that before London season starts, it can initially break through this point. If it breaks through this point, then we can see a movement in order to take this all this high, because there are multiple high present here. Okay. So either it just sweeps this and comes back down, or we can see a movement in order to take all the above liquidity present there. But we just have to wait and watch. I'll explain the trade after it either stops me out or it takes this high. Okay. So as of now, I have to keep my eyes open. There is nothing we can do, just to watch the market as of now. 1 hour, okay. Let's see, the 15 minute is looking kind of bearish. It is rejecting the 15-minute fair value gap. Let me open the 5 minutes here. I'll open the 15 minutes in this same screen. 1 hour, I'll open it here. Okay, so 1 hour is rejecting a lot from the above. 15 minutes also doing the same thing. See, basically, I have taken this as uh, not to miss out, you can say. Not it is not a FOMO trade because my model played out exactly as I wanted, like A plus setup. Okay, the only thing that lacks here is that I don't have a certain draw, because the certain draw that I had in the Asian high, which I explained in the previous video, there is market is not taking that only. Okay, that's why that only that thing is not certain about this trade, and everything is perfect as I wanted. After swept this low, it gave a manipulation move, then the displacement with the CISD, then the pullback to the change in the state, and then I entered the trade. No bullshit and all that. Okay, so just wait and, like, what to say, just watch the trade. So regardless of the outcome, I did well. So after, if this trades, like this trade will not affect my London session, because uh, if I do get any opportunity in the London session, I will take it. But as you guys know, I take only one trade a day. But this, like, let's see, if I do get another A plus setup, then only I'm going to look for opportunities to enter the market again. Because after this liquidity gets taken, I don't know, I'm feeling like we can see a slight adjustment to inside the range, because of yesterday's move. You can see we broke through this, just I explained, then we've brought back up very quickly. So here I'm feeling the same things. We can't break through this and we can be brought back down. Otherwise, we can see a much higher, because yesterday, as I had seen in the forex factory, that we can see a slight rally movement to 1.12. Okay, so 1.12 is very high. So here is 1.12. So if it has to needs to go there, we can see a bullish price action today. Okay, so that's the overall rundown of the market. It is simple as that. There is nothing complicated as of now. I just drew out this 1 hour fair value gap. Then I was just watching my the market in my second screen. So second screen I can show in the OBS. Then in this screen I was just watching the charting session of Justin. Okay, so I need to finish all this by at least 1 month. So then I was seeing the left screen. Then the market was just forming perfectly. So I thought let's enter my most less size. Then after it breaks some serious high, then I can add my rest position because okay. So that's it. And after it takes this high, then I will put both of the stop loss to break even. I I could close here also, but this is not a reputable high. This is Asian high is here. So this got taken within the Asia range. So let's see what I'll do. If we get enough displacement, I might keep it open. If we don't get enough displacement, I can close it. But it all depends on the market and the data the market feeds me. So yes, I'll pause the video. No, I'll just keep it here only. I'll just mute the mic. Let the market do its thing, whatever it wants to do. One thing which I forgot to mention is there is also a 15-minute fair value gap present. 15-minute fair low is this low. I think so. Yes, this is the 15-minute low, and the high is I will mark the 15-minute here. Okay. Mm, yes. So this is the high it needs to break. Wait, okay. Okay. See, it is rejecting it. If it closes above that, then we can see a might take profit get hit. This is the 15-minute fair value gap high. If you see here, so this is the 15-minute fair value gap. If it rejects this complete thing as it's rejecting right now, then we can see my stop loss get hit. But if not, we can see the slight movement above. But let's see what happens. As you can see, it is rejecting it nicely. It is not in my favor. I don't know why I'm saying nicely. Okay, so let's watch what happens. Okay, so the 15-minute candle has just closed. If you can see, it has rejected this very badly. But yesterday, what had happened was same thing had happened. The market rejected the fair value gap in the first candle, but second candle it took it out quite nicely. So after this, I think the 15-minute fair value gap candle gets closed above that. I think that's the point I'm going to put my stop loss to break even, because that's like, let's say that's a yes, that's quite comfortably 1:1. Or if the market does decide to stop me out, I will do a quick rundown of the trade what I had seen in the moment. And yes, so that's it. I'm just watching the market as it is right now. I'll also show the execution of the trade. So yes, let's see. It is showing bearish order flow as of now, but 15, it all depends on the 15-minute time frame. If it does plan to reject it a second time, then we can see market coming lower to take the Asian low. So Asian session has not ended as of now. We should see a slight displacement above this high. Then I can comfortably put my stop loss to break even. See, it all depends on the market. Whatever the data is market is feeding me live, I am going to react according to that. I'm not going to predict that the market, now the market will come from here to here. See, the market at any moment can decide it will just come here. Within the one pip, it can just turn back down. Okay. It's all up to the market, whatever it wants to do. Okay. We need to act according to the what the market is feeding data to us. As you can see, market is quite gave us a quite nice displacement above this high. So I'll just put the mic down. Okay, wait. I need to put my stop loss to break even. So this is the just 1 minute has closed here. So I'm going to take it as a good signal. Otherwise, I don't know if it rejects back down. There will be no point in that. So let's put it as black color. This is the 15-minute line. If you don't remember, this is the 15-minute fair value up line. So let's wait for one more candle to form. Let's wait this minute candle to form. Because the first trade which I've entered, this has only not even gone 1 is to 1 point, not is to 1.05, but the first trade has gone is to 1.1. So I'll act according to the this candle, whatever happens. If it rejects, then I will not put my stop loss to break even. If this creates a higher candle above this, then I can do that. But let's see what happens. The 15-minute is nicely breaking through that as of now. Let's see. Okay. So it does decide to break through that point. I'll see one more candle before doing anything. I think the main point of me trying to show this video is further down the line, I can see that what was my exact emotion or what was my exact thinking while I was taking this trade. Okay, so that's before what I used to do was I used to take the trade, then I used to explain afterwards. But right in the white, the market is the candles are printing right front of my eye. My emotions are completely different than what would have been after the trade. As you can see, the market is reacting quite bearish. Okay, so let's see what happens. I'll just wait. So until and unless we get a nice close above this high, there is no use of putting my stop loss to at break even. I can bring it to here, but if it sweeps this low, I don't think so. It will leave this low. It will sweep this low as well. So yes, this is rejecting this 1 hour 1 minute fair value gap. Mhm. Let's see what happens. If you have any problem regarding this trade and all that, you can comment down below. We are here to learn from each other, whoever is watching, so we can learn from each other. I'm also a beginner in this trade. I have just not trade. I mean this profession. So I've been so my trading journey started around June 2024, and if you see it seriously, I started around August of 2024. So it has been like right about just 1 year I have entered this trading. Okay. So I'll close my mic and let the market do its thing. There is a lot of noise coming from background. That's why I need to close my mic sometimes. So if you can see, the market has returned to the similar point after, but the 15 minute has, I'll just show the 15 minute here as well. The 15 minute has not yet closed above this high. Okay, the 15 minute fair value gap. Once it closes above this fair value gap, then we can see a certain displacement to this high. And yes, so as you can see, the market is still rejecting that. This previous candle has rejected it, but the second candle is it is soaring right through up. 5 minute we got a nice closure above the fair value gap, so we can see I'm a slight confident now. See, regardless of the trade, I was confident enough to enter the trade. That is the first thing. It doesn't matter the trade outcome. I'm going to put my stop loss to break even. The first stop loss I'm going to put it as break even rate. Okay, so the first trade which I had entered, that is in the break even. So the second trade, the second entry which I have had after these points get broken, then I will put my the second entry which I had done here. Not here, sorry, here. First entry was here, not here, sorry. It has been confusing. First entry was here, second entry was here after this displacement. So now if the market close above this high, then I'll put my this second entry break even. First entry I put it at break even already. I think so. Overall, the thing that I don't think so. I'm recording. So the mic is on. So the main thing is what I was about to talk about is that the main thing about a trade is the risks you put on the trade. Okay. So now if the trade has reached a certain point where you can put your stop loss to break even, that means overall in the trade you have done comparatively better. Okay, the outcome of the trade doesn't matter. Okay, but regardless of the outcome, in your personal space you have done well. Once you have reduced the risks to minimal or zero, that means you have had a successful trade. Okay, and don't think that successful trade means that you have either have to win or loss, but main is the risks. First priority is to minimize the risks in the trade. As you can see, the market has nicely touched the point. It has not touched it yet. So I'll just put my second stop loss to break even. So yes, it is a successful trade. If it does close it out, we can see a not I have not put both of the trade, but the first trade which I've entered here, I'll just make it. Where is the arrow? Where is the fucking arrow? Okay, so here. So I'll just explain it like this. So first trade which I've entered here, the stop loss was here. Then I've put the stop loss to break even. The second trade which I had entered here, my stop loss was this one. Then that I had put to here. So the both stop loss are here. Okay, so now if the trade does return, then I will have a little bit loss, but that is the minimum. Okay, it doesn't matter. So that's the explanation I've done. I'll just show you my execution also after this trade. As you can see, it has touched the flow, but it has not taken it yet. 15 minute has not closed. It will close. I think so. It will close above that high, above the 15 minute fair value gap. Definitely. So it's all about risk management, the patience. Like many people say, you in a different kind of strategy and all that, but I don't think that's the case. Whatever strategy you're working on, you can just keep consistently working on that with backtesting and different kind of journaling, maybe having some outlook of the market, outlook of the overall bias. Okay, my initial target is here. I'll keep the runners, I'll leave the runners running. So I'll just close out the initial trade. So initially I've closed the trade. So this is the first position. I've closed it out. Second position, my stop loss it as break even. So yes, I'll show my exact execution after the trade has ended. So my overall, I'm hoping the market will come here. But if it returns, it has already. If it stops me out, my already I've taken profit and I've exited the market. So, but slowly but steadily, I'm gaining much and much confidence and building good habits, which can, which can and will help me to become a better trader. The 15-minute candle has closed, as you can see above this fair value gap. So now we are definite that this is the higher draw. So now I just need to wait. So London has not opened yet. So half an hour. I'll just keep the mic running and either I'll just let's watch the charting session together and let's see what the market happens. I don't think so. I'm going to get copyright.
We did do a FOMC live stream, and we did. Some people took the trade. There was actually a really nice long setup I was looking to take, but I never actually came back to my entry. I know some people in the lives ended up entering a little bit early and they ended up catching the move. So we'll go over that. And then we'll talk about what we're going to be looking at going into the rest of the week tomorrow. And yeah, and then also any questions we got. So first thing I want to check out is just looking at NQ, right? Overall structure, looking at bigger time frame, looking at the 4 hour, right? We've just constantly been going up. Again, I'm not going to be bearish on NQ when we've just been having absolute monster rally after rally. So I am going to continue to be bullish on NQ. Now, again, days like today are something that I'd want to see, right? Where we get those, internal moves to sweep that internal sell side level and then look to, buy up back to the upside since we're super bullish. Maybe end up shorting a little bit after we take out new highs. But again, we are in, looks like we're super strong, have been super strong on NQ in the past, couple weeks. So no, short bias going into next week or the week before, the next, couple days. I am going to continue to be bullish, but I do, would want to see some more structure start to form. If we could maybe come back down here, maybe back inside this range and possibly even come down to sweep this sell side level and then look to bounce back up, that would be, best case scenario of what I'd want to see, right? Looking at the 1 hour time frame, we have this clear sort of low put in. We have a lot of these fair value gaps down here. I'd like to see these imbalances get revisited, possibly for us to come back down, maybe form some more structure and then sweep these, lows right here that we have stacked up, right? We have this low here, this low here. I'd like to see these get taken out and then look to possibly have that reversal back to the upside once we sweep these levels. But until we get, again, big displacement back inside this range, I still think, we have a lot more room to the upside to go. So going into tomorrow, still going to be bullish. In the afternoons or in the after overnight session, I'd like to see possibly a retrace back into this little area here, maybe even back down to sweep
So just to
these
guys
lows here.
let you guys know, I've learned everything from this channel just in Wordline.
We actually have equal lows. So this is now going to act as our sell side. We have equal lows here. Would like to see us come back to this area and sweep these equal lows, possibly take these equal lows out and then look to maybe go back to new highs. That could be a possibility as well. But since we are, very bullish in the structure, I'm not expecting, a big move, down to here unless we get, some sort of, unless that does happen. And then when that does happen, we can evaluate, what our bias is, stuff like that. But currently right now, still bullish. We've swept, this high here, had that displacement down, swept, these lows here, then had that move back to the upside. Now that we've swept that internal, we could maybe see a retracement back down and sweep these. That's what I would like to see. So going into tomorrow, the only really thing that I would like to see is, depending on, what happens in the overnight session, is I would like to see the draw and liquidity become these equal lows down here. I'd like to see us come down, sweep these equal lows, and then possibly look to see what kind of action starts to form and maybe look to take that bounce back to the upside on NQ. So looking at ES, similar thing. We're actually forming SMT now. So again, I'd want to see sell side on ES be these equal lows still. So if we're looking at, actually, let me put that.
So as you can see, the market has broken through the high. So now I'll look to close my position. And yes, I'll just close my position here. I'm not going to leave it running and all that. I'm just going to book it here. So yes, I've closed the position here, and this is the trade. I will just do a quick run through. Hope it is recording. So I'll just show you the execution as well. Okay, wait. Let me just take the screenshot. See, I am expecting the market just to break through this, but I'm not going to take that risk. Okay, my trade has already given me a solid 1:2 RR. If you see both of the trade combined, it is slightly 1:2.1 or something like that. I'm happy with myself. I don't need to over exaggerate my trade, and I'm not in the level where I can keep my runners open for a long time, because the runners which I'm leaving open are very minimal. It doesn't affect my trade that much, but it affects my mindset regarding the next trade. Okay, so I'll just act according to what the market is showing me, and this was my initial take profit. It has broken through that, and I closed my trades. That's simple as that. Okay, so I'll just do a quick run through. I'll show you the execution as well. Wait, let me just take the screenshot and put it here. Mm, WhatsApp. I just pause the video here. So if you can see here, this is the trade, and yes, just let me one second. So yes, this is the trade. As you can see, first entry was here, as I said. So the first entry, the second entry after the market had broken through this, and I took my first take profit here. After this high got broken, high got swept, as you can see, and the second take profit was here as the market broke through my initial take profit. This was the two initial same trade, but once I added 50%, not 50%, I added my like 10% of my size here, and the rest 40% I had added here. So overall, this was my 50% of my initial trading size. Okay. So yes, I've initially closed my size and all that. So let's do a quick run through the trade. Okay. So now going into the day, I didn't this chart was just opened in my second screen. Okay. So now if you see in the high time frame, 1 hour formed a fair value gap. So initially when I come to the market, the first thing I said, what the fuck is happening? Because over this period, I thought after this huge movement had happened, the market was initially it has to go and take out this high. Okay. But it didn't do that. So now that clearly became my draw on liquidity. Then what I did was I drew out the 1 hour fair value gap as a normal person would do. This fair value gap was also present in the 1 hour, but this is the first fair value gap. Then it comes to here. Okay. So if this doesn't get respected, then this I can take as my overall draw. So then I went to the lower time frame. As you can see, there are multiple fair value gaps co-aligning with one another. This is also fair value gap here, 15 minute, two fair value gap present here. And while I had come in the market, okay, this is 12 p.m. Okay, I need to replay this. Oh no, I don't think so. I can. Okay, I'll just show in the lower time frame only. So okay, I don't know how this got cancelled. Here I was when I was looking at the market. So after I had drawn out slow and I was waiting. So initially what I thought was the market is going to do that same bullshit again and come down, sweep some low, then it can go back up. Okay. So then I had marked out this low for the initial change in the state, but it hadn't swept any external draw. Okay, so I had marked this low. After this low just got swept, and I was just waiting for the overall change in the state in the 5 minute time frame. If you can see here, 5 minute time frame. This is the change in the state. So just try to understand because it is a bit messy. So all this and all I've drawn it afterwards. So if you can see, the market came here, it swept through this low. It didn't give us a displacement. If there was a understand this clearly, if there was a displacement through this low, I would not have even thought about this trade. Okay, the only reason which I thought about this trade was the my model formed out perfectly. Okay, let's just run through that. You see here, the market just swept through this. If we have studied market structure shift, breakout structure, change in the state, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just watch some videos and you can come back. Okay, so after this, what happened? We got a change in the state. Now I marked a change in the state for a bullish bias because overall my Asian session and this high is a draw until unless it breaks through this low. So as you can see, I was not expecting this. Okay, I was not expecting if the market would have given me a CISD, I would not have taken the trade. I'm going to be honest because there was no initial manipulation. There was a manipulation here, but like it doesn't count within the same range of candles. Just it had swept. If you go in the lower time frame, might be hit at a bit, but it is still a bit confusing. So until unless there was a clear form of manipulation, I would not have taken the trade. Okay, so as you can see, we got clear form of manipulation here, clear form of manipulation. Then I had marked out here. Then I'm going to be honest. After this, I got low got broken through. I thought the market was going to continue down and there is no opportunity. I was just waiting for London to open. Then, as you can see, the market just shot back up within a couple of seconds with a break of structure. Okay, because as you can see, the market was forming lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. It broke this, then it broke the previous lower high. Okay, this created a lower low. Then the market broke through this, and we got a CISD as well with a lot of displacement. This was in the 3 minute time frame, CISD, 5 minute time frame as well. So then I could have also drawn this manipulation move. This was the 2.5. As you can see, this was the initial my take profit. So this is the, I forgot what it's called, but whatever it is. So after this, as you can see, after this we got a pullback into the change in the state. As you can see, and here was my first entry. And if you see in the first second of the video, I had entered here. Then you know what I've done. I've just live explained everything. So yes, here could have been my second, like my initial position. I could have added here, but the reason I didn't add this position here was the first position I had added here after the market pullback into the change in the state. So once the change in the state get broken through, not a lot of displacement, but a full bodied candle in this level, I thought that the market was going to stop me out. I'm not going to lie. So as the market shot back up with a single candle giving us a break of structure once more, then I'd entered my second position here. If you ever seen in the screenshot that I showed, and the market just went through right it. So yes, it was the trade. Initial my first take profit was here, second take profit was here. Oh, yes, that's the trade. And in now, where is the market? Uh, Sorry, on the market is it has come back to the range. As I'm saying, the market is doing some bullshit. It has still not saved the Asian low. Either this indicator is like it is wrong, or I don't know what is happening, because how can it not sweep this Asian low from 2 days ago? It's the market, it will do whatever the fuck it wants. So yes, the decision was good to close out the trade here. My initial take profit, or I would have been in the longer trade. So yes, that's it for this video. I'll now I'm going to do a backtesting session also, and tonight I have also a backtesting session, so 2 backtesting weeks. So now I'm in the last week of February of 2024. After I finish 2024, then I'm going to start 2023. So 2024, I would be able to, if I do 2 sessions a day. Okay, let's see. I should be done within August. Within August, I should be able to finish 2024 backtesting session. So I'm just going to upload this video. So yes, this was the live trading. I've explained everything, my emotion, what I'm thinking, risk management, patience. Everything is live. Thank you. Bye bye.